The Palestinian Authority has accused Israel of war crimes at the UN. The Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas accused Israel of committing war crimes and genocide in Gaza, addressing the United Nations General Assembly via video link after being denied a US visa. In quotes, I speak to you today after almost 2 years in which our Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip have been facing a war of genocide, destruction, starvation, and displacement, he said, condemning what he described as Israel's extremist government and its settlement policies in the occupied West Bank. According to local health officials, at least 65,419 Palestinians have lost their lives and more than 167,000 have been wounded in Gaza since October of 2023, with thousands more buried under rubble. Abbas calls Israel's action a war crime and a crime against humanity. That's a quote. That would be remembered as one of the most horrific chapters of humanitarian tragedy in the 20th and 21st centuries. A recent UN report accused Israel of systematically destroying Gaza's civilian infrastructure and altering its demographic composition, while a separate UN inquiry last week formally recognized the campaign as a genocide. Abbas also rejected Hamas's role in Palestinian governance, condemning its October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. He stressed that Hamas will not have a role to play in state building, insisting all armed factions must disarm as part of any future peace process. Turning to the West Bank, Abbas denounced Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's settlement expansion plan, which he said would make a Palestinian state virtually impossible. He called the project a blatant violation of international law and relevant Security Council resolutions. The Palestinian leader reiterated demands for an immediate and permanent end to the Gaza war, the release of all prisoners and captives on both sides, and guarantees that Palestinians will not be displaced from their land. Abbas's absence from New York highlighted his government's exclusion from a parallel meeting between US President Donald Trump and Arab leaders, where a 21-point peace plan was presented without Palestinian involvement. Al Jazeera's James Bays reported, noting concerns raised by diplomats and mediators over the lack of Palestinian consultation. Despite exclusion from those talks, Abbas insisted Palestinians would not be forced off their land. No matter how much our wounds bleed, and no matter how long the suffering lasts, it will not break our will to live and survive. So, what do you guys think about the Palestinian Authority only being able to talk to the UN through video link after the US government refused to give them visas? What do you think about Trump meeting with Arab leaders to create a 21-point peace plan that did not include Palestinians at all? What do you think will come from these talks at the UN